Is the FNAF chapter a letdown? Not really. I don't think it is. I've seen loads of comments on Twitter and everything just saying that the chapter isn't really what they wanted. There was this specific tweet I saw that I wanted to mention. It was by Dweet, and it was. Is it too early to say that the DBD that no? Is it too early to say FNAF and DBD ended up exactly as I expected, and that's not a compliment? Complaining about like, hey, where's the survivor, or this ain't really what I wanted because of whatever other reason. There's a lot of reasons to why people don't like it, and I don't really understand the problem here. Because you kind of did ask for this to be a thing. You kind of sat there and wanted this to be a thing for this many years, and when it finally comes out, I think people have a way too big expectation for what's actually going to come out, right? Like for me, when I first, got the idea of Springtrap and Dead by Daylight, I was making ideas, and when you do so, you tend to have lots of fun, but you tend to make it really big, What if there was a survivor? What if the map was there? What if we got loads of skins for whatever character? What if we got all this, right? And you have this idea of how you want this chapter to be, and when it eventually comes out, when you eventually see it and what they did with it, you just kind of left there thinking, well, this isn't what I wanted, because you built this idea up in your mind of how you want the chapter to be, and then it isn't what you want. Or you expected it to be like this, and you was hoping for something else, right? And if you're one of those people who were hoping for something else, then that's fine, right? That's sure, you can hope for something else, you can hope for a survivor or whatnot. But if you weren't like that, and even like me, I can understand the idea of being disappointed, because yeah, there's no Michael F. and there's nothing else, but I think we should just be satisfied with what we got, right? Because Scott is very protective over his franchise. That has been clear, right? He said he wants his characters to stay as much as they're supposed to stay as his characters. So if he's gonna do a collab with, let's say, Fortnite, then it really gonna work, because you ain't gonna see Freddy Fazbear with a shotgun, right? You're not gonna see that. So it doesn't really make that much sense. It doesn't stay true to his character, right? So just to get this collab in general is a huge achievement, because really, we actually got it. That's a huge achievement. Just the fact that Scott agreed to having this as a collaboration is honestly amazing, right? Because dude hasn't done one since it's just a while ago. I don't remember the last time he did a video game collab with something else. That must have been a while ago. Oh, I guess Funko Fusion, but he doesn't really do the collabs, right? And we get them. They aren't as big as this one. I think this is the best thing we could have gotten, right? I am extremely excited for this. I am getting into DBD as a whole now, and been getting into the franchise again because of this collaboration, right? It is bringing me back into that phase I had years ago because of how excited I am for it, right? I think if people can just overlook the expectation that they had, they should just enjoy the fact that this is actually happening. This is a real thing. It's in here. It's a thing that we're gonna be able to do. We're gonna be able to murder people as Springtrap. We're gonna be able to be on the map itself. I don't think you guys understand how cool this actually is, and it's very exciting. It is very exciting, right? On the topic of that, I do kind of want to discuss a few things I want from the chapter that we haven't really seen. For his power, I just want it to be fun. I have no real criteria. I just want it to be a fun power, so I ain't bored playing as him, right? I would like it to be fast-paced. I'm a big fan of fast-paced killers, or where you aren't forced to just really walk around everywhere. I think that's kind of boring. That's why I really like characters like Vecna and Dracula and Blight and stuff like that, because they are fast. They aren't really that boring or xenomorph, because you aren't really just walking around. You are doing different things. So I really hope he has some sort of power like that, or like a side power, just something to make him a little faster, to make the gameplay go a little faster too. For the skins, I want a yellow suit skin, just a normal one from the games, not the one Willem Afton has, the movie version. I want some like community-based designs. I think that would be cool. I want a Foxy Blight skin. That's my wishlist skin. I want that so badly. And despite it, actually, I don't really have anyone else. And I'm really taking into account of Scott saying I don't really want my characters to not do the things they're supposed to do. So I think a Foxy Blight skin is the most real option here. Maybe some sort of baby skin or something. I don't know. I'm really just not really thinking of any skins because we're probably not going to get many. I do want like a Legion mask skin bundle thingy, where they have like different masks of the characters on the Legion. That'd be cool. Yeah, I get people's issues with the chapter that there's no Michael Afton, but I feel like we should think about the fact that we haven't seen his face in anything yet, and to reveal such a big character, like character space for the first time in a DBD collab is quite absurd. It isn't the most ideal way to go, and I think that's what Scott probably thought when he said no to the character Survivor, because I already know that the actual devs wouldn't say no to Survivor, right? It's Scott, and I think he did that because it wouldn't really make sense to reveal him in the DBD collab, right? And for any other characters like Vanessa or anything like that, it just doesn't make sense with the FNAF Free Springtrap. Like, as he said, he wants everything to just stay as it is, and having Vanessa, who is from Security Breach, with the FNAF Free version of Springtrap, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, sure, they're connected, but it doesn't really make any sense, right? So I think we're getting that. So yeah, I understand your disappointment, but I feel like it's a better choice that we didn't get Michael Afton as a Survivor. Yeah, it sucks, but at least they put most of their effort on Springtrap, Also, cool thing to note, they used 2 years on the entire process, which is 2 whole years to process and make this a real thing. And the fact that it went under the radar for 2 whole years is crazy to me. They really did not want to show this, which is crazy. So, to add, I think it is generally cool though that we got William or Matthew Lillard as William in the game. Generally sick. They actually voice acted his character too. That's a sick thing. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Give me more. Hopefully he has a mask version. If he does, I'm gonna buy this again, right? If he just has his outfit and not the mask, not buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I want to have the full thing. Yeah, what are your guys' thoughts, right? Because me, I'm excited, very, very excited. If you see my community posts, it's been FNAF for the past 3 days now. I'm, again, excited. So I'm really curious what you guys think. Are you disappointed? For what reasons? Maybe there's some issues I didn't know, or some problems I didn't know. If that's the case, I will make a part 2 just to go over your reasons. And if you like it, let me know why as well. Like, what's your opinion, right? And then with that, I'm gonna make a lot more DBD videos on this topic and DBD in general, because I really want to get into DBD and really make content about it, just so I can deliver the best FNAF video when that comes out next month. But anyway, thanks for watching.